Hello and welcome to the Bowl Show here thanks to Drinkwise. You won't miss a moment if you drink wise. We continue our coverage of the 2024 Australian Open today with the women's singles final. A big match coming up on the program. We'll get to that in just a second, but a pleasure as always to welcome Bowls Australia's Val Febbo here in the studio. Val, how are you?
I'm good, Jordan. How are you? I've missed you.
I've missed you too. I'm looking forward to today. We're getting down to the crunch end now of the Oz Open. We've got a few episodes left, so women's singles final is on the cards today.
Oh my God, it was so good. I can't wait for everybody to watch this again because it is edge of your seat sort of stuff.
Well, let's open with some news from across the bowls world. This is all thanks to OMF. Upgrade to OMF's adjustable bed bases for customised comfort and improved sleep quality. And our 2024 indoor champions have been crowned, with Jack McShane and Kelsey Cottrell winning the men's and women's competitors respectively. Val, you called the action. How was the bowls action up in Tweeds Heads?
It was unbelievable. It was such a good week up at Tweed Heads. They do a great job up there, Wayne Turley and Emma Boyd in the bowls office there. But the tournament itself was really well run, and the quality of bowls was sensational. And Jack McShane just continuing on from the stellar form that he is in. He is unbelievable at the moment. 19 years old and he's winning absolutely everything. Kelsey Cottrell coming over a big test in the decider against Chloe Stewart, and there's a bonus thing that they get to do now next year, which I'm going to tease for next week because that's something that you'll find out about then.
Okay, all right.
So watch next week.
You should be watching the Bowl Show every week, but definitely watch next week as well.
Exactly.
And well done to Kelsey Cottrell, and we'll be seeing more of her later on in this episode as part of the Australian Open women's singles final against Lara Butler. Let's move on for Around the Greens, all thanks to Bowls Australia. Local legends wanted. Search bowls clubs near me. What have you got for us this week, Val, around the greens?
Yeah, Jordan, it's the Oceania Challenge. I'm really excited for this because this is a performance pathways team that's been selected. So they're not fully fledged Jackaroos, but 5 emerging in pathways Jackaroos men and 5 emerging in pathways Jackaroos women are heading over to New Zealand this year for their first taste of international action. For the men, it's Beau Prideaux, Jack Lewis, Jack McShane, Joey Clark and Cohen Litfin. And then the women, it's Kate Argent-Bowden, Sophie Kurzman, Kira Burke, Chloe Morrison and Samantha Atkinson that get to go over and across the ditch to play against a lot of other nations from Oceania. It's an amazing opportunity for all of these people. I've spoken to a few of them and they cannot wait, Jordan. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, always a huge moment when you get to travel as well. Yeah. It's that heightens the stakes for these players. So a great moment for them.
Yeah, it is, and especially getting to don the green and gold for the first time in their career. It's amazing, and a lot of them didn't expect it to happen so soon. And yeah, the fact that they get to do it now is so wonderful, and it can only be beneficial in their development as well.
Absolutely. Well done to all of those involved. Let's get on to today's feature match on the Bowl Show. It is the women's singles final, and the lineups, all thanks to Right at Home, the right care right at home. Firstly, in orange, Val, let's have a look at Kelsey Cottrell.
Well, we know what we're going to get with Kelsey. She is an absolute superstar. She's the world number 1 for a reason, Jordan. She is an out-and-out legend on the green, and I love watching her play. Her semi-final against Dawn Heyman was an absolute epic, so fingers crossed that she can bring it in the final. And look, we know what we're going to get from this match, and it's going to be brilliant.
And her opposition in blue is Lara Butler. What can you tell us about Lara?
Well, Lara from Western Australia actually represented Switzerland in the World Championships last year as well. So she's got a Swiss passport, made the quarters of the women's singles event. So she's very, very good. Made the semis at the AO last year, lost to Kelsey. So she's got revenge on the mind and
something at stake here.
Pregnant as well.
Yes.
So very interesting to see how she goes here.
All right, so there's a bit of history between these two. Our coverage of the women's singles final begins right after this short break. Don't go anywhere on the Bowl Show. Welcome back to the Bowl Show, all thanks to Drinkwise. You won't miss a moment if you drink wise. We're here at Club Broadbeach for the 2024 Australian Open Women's Singles Final. Let's get into the game.
And for viewers there, you might be saying that looks like Laura, but we'll sort this out right now. There is that Swiss influence, and she does go by Lara. So first bowl, just over a metre past on the line.
Yeah, I think this is where Kelso would be good to jump out the blocks. Like Lara might be slightly more nervous, I think, just trying to find a range early. You generally tend to push that first 1 or 2, maybe a metre through and just working back on it. So both girls wanting to probably get the first end is always a good little mini goal.
You see both players, I wonder how much, I mean, we know Kel sat alongside the rink in the previous match and saw that this was the predominant side that the men's pairs chose to play, and both players have chosen that side of the rink, and Lara has come up with a very nice correction there.
Yeah, I wondered how much Kelso was taking in of the game because she's got 2 young children here, so was in mum mode for most of that, I think. But yeah, obviously she was here to support her clubmates in Flynn and Nathan, who we just saw bow out in an epic grand final in the men's pairs. But multitasking at its finest.
I will say there's a strong WA contingent in this crowd as well. Obviously, I know a few of the WA people that have come across for the Australian Open, and I can see quite a few of them out there cheering on Lara. She's very popular, very popular player.
I definitely felt that the other day, and I feel like it's everywhere. Wherever there's WA players, there's such a great crowd support. Like they're supporting one of your own. It doesn't matter who it is, to be fair. There's always lots of cheer squad for the WA crew.
Right, a switch of hand. Now we saw on the switch of hand that it was easy to come up a little bit short on this side, but Lara looks like she's handled this pretty well.
All over the jack, Lara Butler.
Kelsey now looking to either land the shot bowl or just turn the jack round the corner. Looks like she's just carrying a little on the outside. Now that's gone far enough to own the spot, but I don't think we'll be seeing any big weight from Kelsey. She can't afford to lose her own bowl.
One bowl in there. There we have Sienna Ava. We've got Poppy Graham, sister-in-law Danny. We can pan out. We've got Kelso's brother down the back, Wade. It's a big family affair here, and front row next to Graham, we've just blocked out. We've got Nanny Sue, and the kids call her the chef or the cook or something.
Beautiful, beautiful family.
Yes, lovely. Lots of support, and Kelso credits them all the time. There's no way she could do what she does without their support, helping out, and partner Andrew Howie does a fantastic job running the events as well.
Great shot here from Lara. She closes in for another.
That's fantastic balls. Found her rhythm very, very early. Just one probably stray bowl, which was only a metre past the jack, so fantastic.
So Kelsey looking to reach with this now. Look to land or trail. The last bowl of the first end, she's on the outside of the target, so it's going to be a nice collect for Lara to get the scores moving, Liam.
That it is. 2 for Lara Butler on the first ends. All over the jack. Lovely start. Here in this singles final. First to 21, of course, the format.
Certainly plenty of them around. They seem to like this green here.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And it's not just AO time, it's like all the time. There's a little bird patch around green 4 of Broad Beach.
Lara with a nice opener again here. Just wants this to get all the way now. It's a beautiful start. Well, if you thought there might have been a few nerves, they're not evident at this stage.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how we go with lengths in this game. So Kelsey predominantly favouring the T-to-T, longer lengths. And when I played Lara the other day, she was definitely more of the shorter to medium length. So that could be a bit of a back pocket tactic for Kelso to try and find her range on.
Not been scared to change hands so far either. And not far away again. Well, these two have found their range nice and early. As we talked about in the opener, Kels world #1. I don't think that was a real shock.
No. I was speaking to her a few weeks back about the event, and I was saying, oh yeah, you know, should I come along? And obviously you're number one, and she's like, oh, I thought that was meant to be a surprise. I'm like, mate, anyone that's been in the bowls world for the last 12 months to 2 years is very much aware how great you are and what she's won, obviously,
Absolutely.
to get that acknowledgement.
Lara looking for a little, just to change this up a little touch of the jack round the corner, perhaps.
That's a great shot. Yeah, it was very open there for Kelsey to make a conversion. Tucked it away nicely for a 2 and a measure.
Yeah, I've seen firsthand Lara's development over the years, you know, and she's just built her game to the point now that she has just a wonderful all-round game. You know, you'll see later on in the match that if there's a shot to be played, she's got them all. And the form and the confidence that she's been in, and I think it goes back to last year. I think you come over here, you have a great performance, you build that confidence, you land on here again, and you say, well, I know where I'm at, I'm comfortable with the way I played last time, let's do it again.
Yeah, and I think playing for Switzerland, like having that international competition and really mixing it with the best in the world, and like winning some really good matches, that's got to give you confidence. So, you know, playing in Australia, we are one of the toughest countries in the world to play in and to win titles at. So, yeah, she's been in some sort of form and now has the confidence to match.
Lara Butler's been absolutely keyed in out of the gates.
It was a bit unlucky to crash onto that. I think she was pretty good there.
Still, it's a great setup for her. Look, in a way, she can almost be happy she didn't land anything there and make the target any wider. It's a tough one for Kelsey to get at.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think Kelsey maybe still hasn't quite found her drawing rhythm, so whether she'll try draw it. There is a slight angle off the wing bowl on the forehand if she chooses. No, back to the backhand. They're opting for the draw.
Looks like it's just going to carry past and just on the outside, so another couple to Lara.
2 more indeed, make it 4-0 after the first 2 ends. Great start for Lara.
We're going to take a quick break here on The Bowl Show, but stick around for more action on the other side. Welcome back to The Bowl Show, all thanks to DrinkWise. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise. Let's get back to the bowls action.
Assessing, there's the weight from Kelsey.
Looking for both bowls. She's got one of them out, that'll do the job. Lara still with one to play.
Took long enough.
Took long enough.
Just letting off a little bit of steam there, young Kelsey.
Kelsey holding the count. Lara with the right of reply to extend this lead. Wide open head for a draw.
Well, her reply is weight as well. And that looks to be wide of the target. Interesting.
Yeah, a little bit interesting considering Lara's draw shot has been absolutely exceptional so far, although we were on that tee-to-tee kind of length where she was technically heavy the last time she played it, but yeah. They're the ones out there playing the shots, which, you know, at the end of the day, you've got to play what you think you're going to get.
Especially when you're playing singles, because you've got no responsibility to anybody else. You play the shot you want to play, and you see if you can get it.
Yes.
And you bear the consequences as well. So,
that's correct.
Yep.
Halves the margin back to a single shot.
Yes, and just a reminder, you do see the ends displayed there. Those ends are more for interest than anything else. It's first to score 21, and we do play the respot rule in the singles as well.
3 single ends in a row now for Kels, after Lara took the first 2. Opting for length here with the jack roll right on that tee spot. That's a nice draw from Kelsey.
Yeah, that's the most solid first bowl we've seen from Kels.
Yeah, I feel like that last end, that little bit of drama, I guess, maybe again release a bit of pressure valve for Kelso. She doesn't feel too much pressure, but I think she probably puts that on herself a little bit.
Harry Lester's got a special guest with him, Olivia Cartwright from Moama Bowling Club.
Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, Olivia, all the way up from Moama Bowling Club, the home of one of our BPLs. Olivia, you're working at the club, you come away, get a bit of time off from Moama. I think it was about 2 degrees the other day. Get some sunshine. How have you enjoyed the Australian Open so far?
It's been great. I mean, we've been pretty privileged with the weather here. This is, like I was saying, the coldest day probably by far that we've had, but it's great to come up here. Great greens, great weather and great people.
Moama Bowling Club, one of the most prestigious and biggest clubs in Australia or in the world. What's it like working there and having the support of the club when you come away for an event like this?
Yeah, so it's pretty handy. I also like study as well, so it's quite hard to juggle everything. But yeah, no, they're pretty good to be able to support you in coming away and to help you strive.
So you've made 2 quarterfinals and a semi-final. Is it obviously a dream of yours to one day to be out here right now, seeing these two superstars in action, to be out there one day, either in a singles or a team event, come away with an Australian Open win?
Absolutely. I had a pretty good campaign this year, 2 quarters and a semi. We just missed out on the pairs this morning, but yeah, it was a good experience last year. Obviously, managed to snag the 4s win, so it was great to have that experience, and it definitely leaves you eager, wanting more. So yeah, hopefully in the future, who knows what can happen.
And with everything that goes on in the game, you've got state level, you've got big tournaments, Australian Open. Is this the pinnacle for you? Is this the one that you say, all right, got the 4s last year? Is it something you just put on the radar to come away from and try and get that singles or pairs discipline moving forward?
Yeah, definitely. 5 years ago, I come over for my first one, and I was, just a 15-year-old kid, coming away. I've just kind of really started, so good shot. Sorry. It was great for, just to experience it, and now coming back, it's definitely something I enjoy, and it's definitely making me strive and come back each year.
Well, thanks for your time. Olivia Cartwright from Moama Bowling Club, already an Australian Open winner last year, making the finals again this year, only at 20 years of age. That's what the event's all about.
Great stuff, Barry. Keep an eye on Olivia, and big shot there, Clive.
Might be an opportunity for Olivia to get in the commentary as well. She looked after that one, although she was Lara's partner in the pairs, so no surprise that, and they were in the 4s together, so no surprise that she's barracking for Lara and was pretty happy with that shot, although that bowl in the ditch of Kelsey's was a toucher that went in with the jack. Nevertheless, she's only 1 down instead of 3 down, Liz.
Yes, that is true. Kelsey will be pretty happy, even though is 1 down, at least she still has the shot. I think sometimes when your opponent executes a good one against you, and she was definitely in the target, you're hoping that you maybe can hang on for at least 1 or 2 maybe. Another chance here. She's played 3 really good shots so far, not far off the mark if she slips through the gap.
Who's that?
Oh, just crushing. A few little comments coming from Kelso.
There was a last ditch miss it. Yes.
Crashed right into it.
Yeah, I've never had that happen before. I was like, I don't know what to do.
We've got Ian Hastings, I think, is doing some ringside coaching with Kelsey. So Ian was on our tour for the World Bowls with the Jackaroos. He was ringside with us, I think, through one of our 4s and triples matches, actually. So fantastic support person.
Not a lot on here for Lara. She just try and draw as close as she can here. Almost impossible to draw the shot.
Drawing to the ditch. Lara doesn't look too interested.
I'll tell you what, it's a fair effort.
Yeah, I think the way that end was shaping up, she's probably pretty happy to go 1 down in that one.
4 singles scored in a row for Kelsey after Lara was on the board with 2 twos to get us started. 4 shots apiece in the race to 21.
Stick around for more action on the Bowl Show after the break. Welcome back to the Bowl Show, all thanks to Drinkwise. You won't miss a moment if you drink wise. Let's head back out to the rink.
Yes.
But, you know, it's we talked about these couple of ends. They've gone the way of Lara. Gets another couple on the board and things will get interesting.
Yeah, I love to see it when it gets to that sort of 17, 18 stage when you are in, you know, you only need 3 to win or 4 to win. It just shows the character of the players so much.
It can change the shot play,
it can.
Yes.
So much. You know, how people handle that pressure. Do they go defensive mode? Do they try and win the title? It's a really exciting time in the singles matches for me.
We've all been in that situation where you're on 18 or 19, you go, I can make 2 or 3 here. Oh, if I miss them only 1 down, I can afford that.
And then it all goes pear-shaped from it. Yes. I'm sure these girls are a bit better than us, Clive, that that won't happen to them.
Kelsey with a nice reply here with her first bowl of this end.
Yeah, exactly what she needed after losing that little bit of momentum there to Lara.
Well, the last 8 ends of the match, we've seen both players get 2 ends in a row and then the other player strike back for 2 ends in a row. Do you love a good pattern?
Yeah, it's shaping up that way after the first few bowls have gone down. Probably Lara's loosest starting 2 bowls in the match, actually. She's been pretty solid with that.
It's interesting how the order you play bowls makes a difference. You know, you get on with the first one and then play a couple of bowls like that, it doesn't really matter so much. But
Very true.
Suddenly the pressure builds on this 3rd bowl.
Yeah, Claire Turley and I work a little bit together with our athletes in the Jackaroo system up here in Queensland, and Claire's a great stats person and she analyses a lot of singles matches, and the amount of times the person holding shot when you're holding 2 on the crossover, like after your first 2 bowls, is up there at like 80%. You can win the end. So the first 2 bowls, like Jack and first 2 bowl skill is so crucially important.
A little bit of a wayward end for Lara here. And you'd expect when she plays her last bowl, she's going to be 2 down. With this one from Kelsey, around about a metre to draw.
She's going to be at least 2. Definitely a measure of that next one. A really, really good 3rd bowl coming in, right in on that Jack. This is where you know Lara quite well, Clive. Is she nervous at this point where she's kind of sprayed a few, or is she like, right, I'm better than this, I can do this?
I don't think she's nervous. The problem she's got now is she can't get the Jack to her bowls. So this is just going to have to be...
Second shot.
Have to give it a chance. Yeah, I mean, I think so. She's got the opportunity to land in there. I think he'll be more looking to land on the bowls or... a little slide off the front. She's right in the area.
Just needs to get this
what
really
a shot
nicely.
This is.
Oh, that's a cracking shot. Sprayed 3, got 1 crucial bowl in there.
That was the land we were talking about.
Played it very, very well.
She does play those shots very well. Always has.
Kelsey now being asked a question. She's got at least 2 seconds.
Same shot, really.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of weight she plays. It's not like Lara played that so well, but it is not the easiest weight. She made it look easy. It is not the easiest weight to play. She probably can't afford to go too big if Lara's got the backest bowl on the rink.
Oh, massive shot from Lara Butler. Can Kelsey strike straight back? Big weight it is.
Going bigger, still looking at it. Needs a solid jab. Oh, that's worked out okay.
We do not see that very often.
I think she'll take that one in the end.
A friendly ricochet for Kelsey. She will take it indeed. Have another look at this one.
We do not see a jack bounce forward very often. Sure enough, through to Lara's bowl.
Oh. I mean, she did have the tee as well if it killed, and she would have gone through with it solid if she'd got good. So probably 1 up would have been the result.
Look at Kelsey's reaction. Sums it up beautifully.
Lots of options there, and coming forward was probably not one of them she was thinking of.
It actually bounced off two of Lara's bowls, because it bounced off the back one and then just got a little glide off the front one on its way back up. Very rare.
She will certainly take it as a 4-shot margin. That would have been significant at this stage.
Certainly, certainly.
On that long length.
We spoke about the players winning 2 ends in a row. Kelsey's got the 1 end there. Can she get the back-to-back ends and continue the little pattern we've got going? Can Lara strike back here? First bowl gives Lara just a little chance. A couple of feet short for Kelsey. Just needs this to run.
Looks a little bit freer on that side. I mean, it's still a little bit slower. The shadows have come across and a little bit cooler, but
it has done most of the day. It's looked a little bit freer on that side of the rink. Certainly noticed that during the men's pairs match. Kelsey looking to make her correction.
oh, we've got a nice angle seeing that. It's just going to pull up nicely.
That will do for number 1. Number 1 for now. Lara's weight was very good with her first. Can she make the slight line adjustment?
She's willing it up there.
And it looks pretty good. Just runs past. Game on a knife edge right now.
Yeah, it feels that way as well. I think Clive, in the men's pairs, the last few ends was the same. Energy just kind of changes slightly.
It's becoming a bit of a lean forward type game, when you just want to lean forward.
A little bit of a loose end.
Well, Lara's got something to play to here. She's got the chance to play to that back bowl.
Barry, what have you noticed as this game has started to wear on now?
Yeah, Lindsay mentioned it earlier about the scoreboard and the score maybe influencing either the way you approach your shots or approach your mindset about the game. And I really feel the end previous with Lara's 3, I guess, loose bowls with her first 3, I felt she was a little bit quicker than normal. Maybe just getting on the mat, trying to push the scenario a little bit instead of really owning that routine. And when she settled into her last delivery, knowing that there was a little bit more importance to it, being 2 down, she seemed to take a lot more time. So the scoreboard will be what it will be, but Kelsey's a perfect example throughout her career. Every delivery, every approach, every routine is identical, the way she sets up and the amount of time she goes from prepping to the moment she executes. So Lara, to be able to stay settled in this game, I really think she needs to really keep owning her routine.
It's all about the moment, not changing what you have to do, Barry, isn't it? It's keeping that moment out of the mindset. It doesn't, the moment doesn't change what you have to do.
Yeah, that's right, and that's where all athletes across the world, spend so much time on routine, and for bowls, there's no bigger or more important time than now to really own that. And I like the fact that Lara's down there and she can just take a slow walk now and really go back to owning a delivery. But where sometimes when you, what do we say, 5 or 6 from the victory, a potential victory, the scoreboard can start to influence your prep.
All right, well, there's a big opportunity looming here, Linz.
Yeah, look, she's got 1. Looks like if she can sit the back one of Kelsey's, it could bring another 2, possibly 2 in. So be a confident drawer. I think she's had 3 pretty good attempts, all within a couple of feet of the jack. Nothing for narrow in this one.
And she come up with a big shot in the big moment. Lara Butler. She's close. Just
wow, she was wheeling that one. I don't know if it was her, but somebody yelled out a big scream of hold, and it just snuck under.
Oh.
Probably a sit for 4 potentially there.
Now, we think she's got shot, but they are going to measure.
That's a mighty effort.
Look at this.
I was, Lara. Good on you, girl. Love to see a bit of emotion like that.
She was right in front of her own crowd there as well as she did that.
That would have been massive. A 4 there. You get to 19-13. It would have been huge.
Would have been the title right there.
But she holds on to 1.
16 plays 13 here. 18 ends down on the Gold Coast.
Stick around for more action on the Bowl Show after the break. Welcome back to the Bowl Show. All thanks to Drinkwise. You won't miss a moment if you drink wise. We now head back down to our competitors on the green.
The Australian Open women's singles final continues here. Kelsey Cottrell with a 19-16 lead in the race to 21. But at the moment, Lara Butler all over the jack in this all-important end.
Certainly is. We see the bowls that have come down so far, and Lara has currently got 3 bowls. 2 bowls all over it, 1 just in behind. At just the moment she needed them. Kelsey, her last bowl of this end, looks to be a reacher on the backhand.
She's still watching it.
Looks to be just outside the target well.
Wowee.
What?
Wowee.
What are we in for here?
Well, it's
Lara,
at least going to be 19 all, you would think, barring a disaster. Could be 20-19.
Lara strides back with a chance to put herself 1 away from victory, just when it looked like Kelsey had the upper hand.
Well, she held game, Kelsey, just an end earlier.
Yes.
1 bowl earlier. Lara just taking her time.
She hold her nerve. Go within 1 of victory.
It's a nice line. Not sure if it's there.
She's played it out to a fairly safe line. I'm not sure this is running.
Is it?
It's trying.
Oh, it's not.
I don't think so. I think we're at 19 all.
Oh, I think just so a few little let-offs Lara's given Kelso. You know, it's just that little advantage in Kelsey's favour, but 3 massive shots.
Going through her mind would have been there, do not touch the bowl onto the jack, because, and that's just played out there. And
yeah, I mean, but she could have touched it with at least, you know, she had a foot or 2 to play with. She had a back one there.
2-shot end.
10
Either
shots.
player would win it.
10 shots to Kelsey in this direction, because they may have scored more going back the other way.
Got
so
you, yes.
They don't have to add up to 19.
Thank you. Thanks for clarifying, Statman.
No problem. We
You are
maths lessons.
You are electric with the stats, Clive.
Oh, that first bowl of Lara just agonisingly short.
I feel like
Perfect
that's a
line.
one. Yeah, when you do that, it's one of the most frustrating things in bowls is have nailed your line and you just drop that metre or 2 foot short. So hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt her later in this end.
Kelsey on the opposite side of things. He's just gone a little too far.
Yeah, you'd probably prefer that though. We have seen 1 rebounding jack this game, but generally if the jack's moving, it's going backwards.
Lara will like her short bowl if she can land right on the jack with this one.
That is true.
Needs to get down.
Kelsey now on the mat. 2 count. Lara Butler, Swiss international.
As we look at the aerial view once more, Kelsey's bowl on its way in.
Nice one coming in.
Great shot.
It's good enough.
That'll have Lara tempted to change, and she is going to change.
I suppose she hasn't quite nailed it on this other side, and
Likes the reference point of that last bowl of Kelsey.
gives her something to work with.
Has she got the trip here? Needs to run all the way. It's close.
Is it going? Oh, I think so. From this angle, it looks like blue. We'll find out shortly. One to Lara.
Yeah.
Backwards and forwards this match. It has been a cracker.
35 centimetres.
Just rolled far enough. Perfect line again.
Yeah, Kelsey just needing to play something similar to her last. She can trail the jack to win the match or just draw it.
Lara with just one bowl left to do anything about what Kelsey can do here.
There's some sign here, Kelsey. She is not a mile away to this jack. Needs to get down.
Just on the outside. Wow.
That's a good setup for her last. We got Lara now with a chance to draw into a whole game herself.
Well, she's got the advantage of having played it just with her previous bowl. Just needs to find a smidgen more.
Yeah, probably another
to the
foot, I
perfect
think.
home.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
needs to get probably behind the jack. Don't leave Kelsey a chance to win this match herself. She's good enough to draw one, so be it, but cover and count.
It's on its way. She's following it down.
Nice road again.
Looks useful.
How's the speed?
Needs
Needs to drop in there.
to pull up.
Needs to drop
That'll
in.
do it.
Got
That's
it. She's got it.
Lara Butler. She holds the title in her hands.
What is Kelsey going to do? She's played 3 bowls on her backhand.
There's no weighted option. It has to be a draw shot. And the situation for Lara right now is...
She is so composed, Lara. It's on its way.
Australian Open singles could come
it to
down to
turn.
this. Kelsey Cottrell,
It's
2
very
down.
close.
Very close here. Needs
It's
to
dropping
pass
onto the front.
Oh, Lara
Lara has done it.
Lara Butler from WA in Switzerland.
What a result.
What an Australian Open.
Lara Butler has done it. She's won the Australian Open women's singles final.
Oh, that is fantastic. To have, you know, I've seen her grow in the sport and just such a deserving victory.
It really is. Barry Lester has got Lara with us right now. Barry.
I think it's a little bit unfair, 2 taking on 1. You're going to be a mum, Lara. I know there's some extra emotion in there. We spoke about the game before the game about that maturity of playing World Championship level bowls and taking your game to the next level. All your hard work's been rewarded.
Oh, it's amazing to have gotten this far and to be able to take it to Kelsey, who is a world champion, and she's, you know, a fantastic player, and I never thought I'd make it to the end, let alone win it. So, yeah, I'm really happy.
To be out here, cameras, big crowds, home support, family, all that stuff. Is this just a dream come true for you?
Absolutely. I'm so lucky to have so much support, and yeah, it's just amazing.
We've seen you come through from the junior days representing Western Australia, gone on to play open level and international bowls now, but from an individual perspective, does this reach all your wildest expectations?
Yeah, I think this might be topping it, yeah.
And you're now the Australian Open singles champion, and you're going to be a mum. We wish you all the best and congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Well, what a match that was. Join us on the other side of the break for the Bowl Show Awards. Back soon. Welcome back to the Bowl Show. All thanks to Drink Wise. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise. Well, taking down Kelsey Cottrell is always going to be a monumental challenge, but Lara Butler showed us no fear and she walked away the new women's singles champion. Val, the first time that she's won the singles in her career, and what a moment it was for her.
Wow. Wow, wow. That's all I really have to say. Lara was amazing throughout this tournament. Kelsey, to beat her on the Broadbeach greens and to beat her on the Gold Coast is a mighty challenge, as you said, Jordan, and she was able to do it. And to beat her in the clinches like that, 21-19, that's a close match.
Yeah.
And to get her in those nitty-gritty moments where Kelsey has made a name for herself for 20 years, it's an amazing performance. To do it while pregnant is even more superb. And Lara, we know what a great player she is, and I'm stoked for her.
And there's plenty of highlights from this one, so let's get into our awards to cover off on some of these, starting off with the play of the day. What was the play of the day here, Val?
It was Kelsey's last bowl of the 13th end here. She's down, as you can see on the screen. She's down 9-11, and she just needs a little settler. Lara got a 3 right before that, and this is a pivotal bowl because she's on the verge of being down 14-9, which in a game of 21 up, that is really, really difficult to overcome. Not impossible, but difficult, especially in a final of this magnitude. Kelsey touches the jack, deft touch, superb.
How about the player of the match with thanks to Bowra and O'Day, because the little things are everything?
Had to be Lara. It had to be. She was huge, and the way that she managed to fight her way out of this, she was down early playing Kelsey Cottrell in Queensland. She made the semis and lost to Kelsey last year. As I said, it was 21-13 there, and to overcome all of that, the players that she beat to win this title, you know, this is a tournament for the ages from her, and it's something that will go down into Australian Open folklore as Lara Butler's title year.
And finally, the moment of the match, the big moment, all thanks to DrinkWise. If you're choosing to have a drink, choose to drink wise. What have you picked out as the moment of the match?
Well, that end we showed before where Kelsey scored that one to get back into the match. Well, the end before that, the 12th end, Lara Butler was down a couple and ended up getting a 3 here. She was down 9-6. All of a sudden, she's up 11-9.
Yeah.
And this was a really impressive end from Lara Butler to really assert her authority on this match, and this was the catalyst for her to go all the way and get the job done.
Well, congratulations to Lara Butler, the women's singles winner at the Australian Open. And that's all we have time for on today's program. But next week, we move on to the men's pairs final, Val, and we'll be finishing strong in this season of the Bowl Show, as this final will have everyone on the edge of their seat. So I'm looking forward to it.
So am I. And just before we do go, Jordan, I want to give a quick shout out to my colleague, Lachlan Williams at Bowls Australia. This is his last week at BA. He's resigning to move on to another role. But Loch, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for us here at Bowls Australia. The streaming work that you've done has been absolutely unbelievable. I'm going to need a new work bestie. I'm not sure who it's going to be, but the last 3.5 years have been absolutely unreal, mate. So thank you for everything, and looking forward to catching up with you in your post-BA days.
Great words. Thank you, Val, for your efforts on the show today.
Thanks, Jordan. See you soon.
Looking forward to catching up again next week, and we'll catch you on the Bowl Show same time next week. The Bowl Show would not be possible without the generous support of DrinkWise. You won't miss a moment if you drink wise. OMF. Upgrade to OMF's adjustable bed base for customised comfort and improved sleep quality. Bowra and O'Day, because the little things are everything. Right at Home, improving the quality of life for those we serve. Aero Bowls, the same line every time. And of course, Bowls Australia. Local legends wanted. A Bowls Green is just up the road. Search Bowls clubs near me.